Okay. Peter Rose, Longwood Currency Trading. I've got the wood stove going. It's a really cold early January day in 2022. And I wanted to chat a little bit about education in the Forex market. I've had quite a few emails over the last few weeks. I guess people coming to the end of the year and wondering about educational opportunities and stuff. You'll notice currently I don't have a whole lot of subscribers to my channel, nor do I expect to ever compete with anybody on subscribers. I'm not looking for thousands of subscribers. I'm looking for 4 or 5 that really benefit from what I have to say and in the manner in which I say it. Because I think that's really something that needs to be addressed when you're looking for something in an educational pursuit, whether you're trying to learn piano or karate or currency trading. I've been in education for well over 50 years teaching the martial arts. I've had a 40-year career as a real estate investor, and I've shared some of that ideas and things about real estate investing with folks over the years. I did a 33-year career as a senior software engineer developing enterprise-level business applications. They weren't client-facing applications like selling boots on the web or some stupid thing like that. Back office operational software, which is what drives the businesses. So I have a considerable amount of experience as well as teaching it, because I've taught software programming as well. And so I am a little bit well versed in the educational process and how people learn, particularly because of my martial arts background in teaching that for over 50 years, because you're dealing on a real fear basis there. I mean, when you're talking about currency trading, right, you're gonna lose your money. You talk about self-defense and karate and martial arts, you're talking about not only the potential for getting seriously injured or hurt, but also because of the confidence level building that we go through and the philosophical and psychological ramifications of the training, you become a better person, a stronger person as a result of that. If you screw that up, you're just a jerk like so many other people that you're trying to avoid. And so I bring all that to bear when I'm talking about education in the currency markets. My videos tend to be longer than most. I think they've been averaging probably about 25 minutes or something like that. I understand the attention span is the YouTube short and Instagram and all that other crap where you 15 seconds of fame and that's it. Well, listen, let me tell you, all that is information. If you want information, go buy a book on currency trading, read all the crap, and then see how that works out for you. And take a look at all the folks that are doing video, quote, education, and all they're doing is teaching you the crap out of the books. All they're doing is showing you information. And when they show you how to apply that information, it's the London Open or Bollinger Bands, or here's a chart and here's a pattern that you want to look for, an engulfing candle pattern. Well, let me tell you something. Take an objective view of the guy that's teaching, for example, an engulfing pattern, candle pattern, and where he's talking about it. I go back in the chart. Why didn't he talk about this engulfing pattern, or this one, or that one? Why did he talk about that one? Because it didn't have the same results as the example that he's trying to get across. It isn't that he's lying to you. He didn't understand that the candle pattern was not the impetus for him being a success in trading. It had nothing to do with the candle pattern. It had to do with his awareness of the market action, the price action, the momentum, and all that other stuff, and maybe in the back of his mind a little bit of fundamentals. But because most folks are not trained to be educators, they don't know how to express that. And so all they can do is provide information. Here's an engulfing pattern candle. When it does this, then you go short. Oh, but if it does this, then you go long. And then if this happens, if you want a perfect example of that, is watch some of Al Brooks's videos or try to get through some of his books. I mean, it's excruciating detail. The guy is really good, and he's a good trader. Is he a good educator? I don't know. I'll leave that up for you. But it's just information overload. It's if, then, else, if, then, else, if, then, else, if, then, else. As a software engineer, if you do if, then, else, if, then, else, if, then, else 3 times, you're a fucking idiot. There's a much better way to organize your code than through conditional logic. And the most successful learning is done when you're not learning under conditional logic, when you're not trying to learn complex theoretical topics by simply learning information. I mean, like, if you were going to learn a foreign language, would you go and just get a dictionary? No, you'd get you'd go take a course where you have conversations between the two. ¿Cómo se llama? Me llama Peter. What does that mean? Who the hell are you? What are you talking about? Me llama Peter. ¿Cómo se llama? Eventually you get it. Oh, he's asking for my name. Oh, okay. That's how you learn. Not by learning como and the derivations of como and all the rest of this stuff. You know that. And yet I constantly get comments in my videos that they're too long, and why don't I put up charts and diagrams? And that's exactly the wrong thing to do in an educational standpoint. If you were to take classes from me, when I don't have classes, I do take select mentoring. I have a course that I'm developing that's 400 written pages, and when that's released, I'll chat about that. But I'm not really interested in teaching because my time is valuable to me. But the education that you're getting watching my videos is solidly based on educational principles. And I'm sorry if they're too long. You know, I did a video the other day. You look back just 3 or 4 videos, and I did one on the importance of psychology in trading. And in the comments in that video, in the description, I said nobody's going to watch this video. Nobody's going to watch this because nobody wants to hear about psychology in currency trading. Well, you know, I got in and I talked more than about psychology. I talked about how we interact with the market and how our emotions can help us or hinder us in the trading process. I'm talking about trading. Why didn't anybody watch that video? You know, usually at this particular time with 230 subscribers, my videos will get 10 or 15 watches in the first day, something like that. And then they'll go on, if they're really good, they'll go on and get 40 or 50 or something like that. This video got nothing for 2 days. Nobody watched it because they didn't want, they read the title, The Psychology of Currency Trading. They don't want to hear that. Finally, 2 days later, I had 1 person watch. Later that day, another one watched. And then the day after that, I got 1 more. So in 3 days, I got 3 people to watch that video, when usually in about 10 or 12 hours, something like that, I get 15 to watch a video. So as they tell you on YouTube, creators, you know, you have to be very careful about your titles, because if you don't entertain people with your titles, they're not going to watch your videos. Well, if I need to entertain you, I don't want you to watch my video, because that's not education. That's entertainment. I can't help you if you're looking for entertainment. I mean, if you enjoy my fireside chats, this is a fireside chat, by the way. It's part of my life, and this is how I do my videos. They're unscripted because I don't need to script them. I know what I'm doing, and I know how to organize the information. It's repetitive, it's iterative, it's example-laden, and I bring my own life into play with it. You're either a part of my life and you enjoy those presentations, or you don't. And don't give me that crap about, oh, that's not what everybody else does. Hey, go to school where the professionals are teaching at the graduate level. How do they teach? Go to 8th grade. How do do they teach? A good teacher, not just one that's going to sit there and manage the kids, but sharing their life with the kids and presenting the material in an interesting way, even though the topics may not be interesting. And that's what I try to do. And I'm not trying to hype anybody to come and join my channel in the happy bandwagon. I don't really care. But for those of you that have taken the time to watch this video, I hope it helps you identify a good educational video when you're out there trying to learn how to trade. Your financial future rests on some of the decisions that you're going to be making based on the training that you're getting. If you're getting shitty training, if all you're getting is information, how do you apply that information? People ask me all the time, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? It isn't a matter of how you do it. It's a matter of understanding yourself and how you interact with the market and what order flow is and what the price action patterns and things represent about that order flow and whether you're going to be able to take advantage of that or not. And because there's about an 85%, 90% failure rate in the Forex market, everybody's going to crypto because they're listening to these damn fools. Oh, I made $1 million. Well, that's great. You know, you started with, you bought five Bitcoins when they were $3,000, and then they became $40,000. You know, they don't know how to trade because you can't trade that because it's not based on anything. The only thing that cryptocurrencies are based on is what someone else is willing to pay for it. And you buy it because you hope somebody's going to buy it from you at a higher price. That's it. It isn't the fact that there was a drought in the cornfields, and so the price of corn is going to go up, or everybody decides the price of corn is too high and I'm not going to buy it, and so the price of corn goes down. There's no supply demand in the cryptocurrency market. We could say, well, what's the supply and demand in the currency market? One country's citizens are trying to purchase the currency of another country in order to transact business, because you can't, if you're a British citizen and you want to buy airplane parts from the United States, you can't do it in pounds. You have to sell pounds and buy dollars so that you can buy the airplane parts in dollars. And yet these idiots are all these technical indicators and all this other kind of crap. What the fuck does that have to do with a major client wanting to buy $2 billion worth of engine parts? What does that have to do with it? Is it useful? Yes, it is useful. And it's all part of the educational process, but it has to be taken into the correct, banging into the camera here. I'm uncomfortable. It's hot in front of this fire. But I just wanted to tell you why I have the videos that I have, why they're as long as they are, why I don't show the charts with the circles and arrows and pictures in the back of each one, so that each one can be used as evidence against us. Again, if you heard the Arlo Guthrie tune. And why I don't barf information at you as an educator, why I'm trying to share principles with you. In fact, that's how my courses are laid out. I have a foundations course, which is the what of trading, and it precurses a little bit of the how and a little bit of the when. And then I have a principles course, which iterates back and talks a little bit about the what, focuses on the how, and points forward into the when. And then I have process-oriented Forex trading, which is the when, but it also goes back, does a little bit of the what and a little bit of the how, because that's how you build software applications that manage businesses. That's how you write books. I've written 30 books. I haven't published any because I don't like to market. I'm an author. Well, I had to cut the video there because my wife and Lucas got back, and it was bedlam with the dog. In fact, you can hear the dog whining in the background. He's not going to let up because they got back from snowshoeing through the woods, and now they're off shopping and going somewhere. Bo, please, I'm trying to make a video. Go on, out. Education. It's very difficult with a dog. So, okay. When you're looking at the education that you're trying to achieve in currency trading, try to look at what the goal is. I mean, what are you really trying to learn? Are you trying to learn how to make $1,000 a year? I can't help you. You know, if you're looking to have an account at least $30,000 so you can do something with that and change your life around a little bit, ultimately trying to get up a little bit more money. And for those of you that have the financial wherewithal to have a six-figure account like I do, or you know, grow that and really make this a big-time thing, you've got to get your education right at the start. You can't screw around with it and then get it right later. So I hope that my view of how I do things and how I try to work with this and, you know, learning how to do things myself and then trying to convey those principles through video to you to get you to think. You don't need to take courses from me or buy anything from me. I don't really care. I write this stuff for me, not for somebody else, because it's good for me. I enjoy it, and I don't have any expectation to do anything with it other than that, or the few people that may someday decide that, you know, they agree with the process that I have and they want to learn more about that process. So as you're watching my videos, try to look for the process, not the information, because the information won't do you any good. Peter Rose, Longwood Currency Trading. Have a great day and have a great trading day.